pause in Proton content, not clickbait, and I was legitimately going to sell the car. The car's not legal to drive. Got some explaining to do, basically. Let's do it. Hi guys, what is going on, and welcome to another video. And here I am on my driveway in front of my other car that I own. So recently you would have seen two videos from Project Proton, this scrap car I bought cheap, kind of by accident, from a salvage auction that I'm trying to get back on the road. So we're just going to take a pause. Obviously this is a pause in Proton content because I'm not filming a Proton today, but because of the Proton videos I have had some new subscribers, so thanks guys. And if you didn't know, and if you are new to the channel because you've come along because of Proton videos, which is cool, but this is my other car, my Abarth 595, which has a couple of little mods on it, and there are going to be more to come. And again, if you didn't know, I started my channel on Abarth content, and this is actually my 5th Abarth. So you guessed it, today's video is actually about the Abarth, my second car, but the more expensive one out of two. But this one doesn't get the views, we get the cheap scrap. Proton does. Work that one out. Oh, and Project Proton videos will return after this one. And if you are new, then you probably don't know that in front of my Abarth is a Focus ST, and that actually belongs to my other half. So we have two cool hot hatches currently on the driveway. Yay! Gonna lean against this wall here, you know, that's just how I do, that's how I roll. So let's address the title of this video, and it is not clickbait. That's not how I roll on this channel. I like to feel like I'm open and honest with you guys most of the time. I've spoken to you about mental health issues in the past, and my struggles with sometimes keeping hold of cars. So in an ideal world, I would be out in the Abarth filming this video at a local park or something, but instead of having to do this video on my driveway because I was beginning to start the process of selling the Abarth. So although my car is currently all plated up and stuff, it's not legally on this plate because, as I said, I was beginning to go through the process of swapping plates, and I was legitimately going to sell the car. So let me tell you as to why I was going to sell the car, the process that I have started, which now makes this car unroadworthy for the minute, and why I'm actually going to keep it, which I hope you guys are happy about. I think I am, but let's do some explaining. I've got some explaining to do, basically. Let's do it. I'm currently sat in the Abarth and my eyes look so blue, but actually green, and you might see some dust flying around, and that's because the car hasn't been used and it has literally been collecting dust on the driveway. That's part of the reason why I thought I'd sell the car. So excuse me sitting in here, it's less windy and I can kind of concentrate on what I'm saying more without hearing the next door neighbour's kiddies. So why was I thinking of selling the Abarth, you're probably going to be asking. Quite a few reasons, to be honest, were against me keeping the Abarth, were all for me getting rid of it. First of all, you might not know, but you're going to know now. This isn't my day-to-day car. I have like a company van, so which is great because I can go to and from work in the van and use the van at work, which is cool. Saves me some fuel money, saves me obviously using my Abarth. Now that is not then cool for the Abarth because the Abarth isn't getting used taking me to and from work, which has its pros. As I say, it saves me fuel money, but then the cons are I'm not using this car and it is literally just sat here collecting dust. Like, this car should be clean, but for whatever reason it gets so dusty on this driveway, and it's so annoying, and I put a car cover over it and it blows off. Ugh. So this isn't my day-to-day car. I don't need it for that. I don't need it for commuting, which is cool. And that has its pros, as I say, saves me fuel, keeps the mileage down this Abarth, but it means that this Abarth, which is a bit of money, isn't getting used. So I was kind of thinking, I don't need this expensive car. That's one reason why I should get rid. Another reason, which you might think, oh, don't play that card, but I'm going to mention it, and I'm pretty sure I have a lot of symptoms of ADHD, and one of them means I get bored of stuff really quickly. Now, don't get me wrong, I have kept cars for like a year and a bit, but I don't tend to keep my cars long, and recently I've had a bit of a love and hate relationship with this car. I don't use it, and when obviously as I just told you, it's not my day-to-day car. I don't need it as a daily. It isn't my daily, and when I just see it sitting there, I kind of like fall out of love with it because I'm not having to use it for daily commuting. And then I went to the Isle of Wight trip late recently with B.A.D Abarth South Coast, and I fell in love with this car again, and obviously the Abarth people. Well, I didn't fall back in love with the Abarth people. I always love them, but I fell back in love with the Abarths and all that side of things. And then the car would just sit here for another week until the weekend, and I might nip down the shops. So I kind of go in and out of love with this car, but I have had it since November, which is quite a while for me. Like, obviously November 24, I would have had this car a year, which is quite a big thing for me. But yeah, I think just because of, like, I swear I've got ADHD, I get bored of things quickly. And the other day I was talking to my partner and he was like, look, make a decision. You're either keeping the Abarth or you're going to have to start the process to sell it. And I thought, you know what? You're right. I need to make a decision. I'm going to sell it. What that means is I have to do a load of plate changes. So although Disu is physically on the car, the number plate, it's not legally on Disu. So I did another video, click on the card above, wherever that may be. I bought this car with a private plate and I accidentally stuck Disu over the top. And everyone told me I would lose the plate this car came with, the R555 private plate. But luckily, because I was obviously taking my plate off to get rid of the car, don't want to sell the car with the Disu plate, obviously, I'm going through plate changes as we speak. And I have actually been granted the R555 plate back, which is cool. So I can either keep that or sell it. I'll probably sell it. So now what's happened is I've taken Disu off, R555's coming off, and now the car is legally on its 67 plate. But as you saw, it's not wearing a 67 plate, so I'm keeping it off the road. Otherwise, I'd have to keep changing insurances and stuff. So what I'm waiting for now, currently, as I'm doing this video, filming this video, is I'm waiting for the 67 logbook to come through. Then I can carry on. I can legally do the Disu online, but the car is still physically Disu, so it can be driven as soon as the last plate change happens. So I was going to take the We Buy Any car. It would have cost me a lot of money to get out of this car, to be honest, but I kind of thought, I'll deal with it. Yeah, so the main reasons were it cost me a lot of money. The car's just sitting there like Monday to Friday, not getting used, and I was just kind of sick of seeing the car collect cobwebs and costing me money, and I'm not using it basically. So, and I keep kind of going in and out of this love of this car. Like it's a me thing. It's not the brand of the car because I've had 5 of them. I obviously love them, and yeah, I just kind of, like I say, have a bit of a love hate sometimes with cars, but I don't think that's the car's fault. It's like me and my little mind that gets bored easily. So where we're at currently is, as I say, the car's not legal to drive because the plates it's on don't add up with what the DVLA know. So we're nearly on Disu plates legally, so the car should be used again. So it's a bit of a pain because the other day my other half's ST broke and I had another little runaround car that we just had to use because this wasn't road legal. His car had broken. Obviously, the Proton's off the road. I couldn't be used. It's like, oh my god, we had 4 cars. We had to use one that wasn't kind of meant to be ours. Made my mind up that I was going to sell it. I obviously reached out to K-TEC Racing. I am going to mention this, and they shouldn't mind. And I was going to pull out the deal I had with them because obviously I don't have an Abarth, so I don't need to work with them. And obviously they won't want to work with me anymore because I won't have an Abarth anymore. So it doesn't make sense to continue that brand ambassador label that I had. K-TEC basically kind of, as well as my parents saying a bit of this, but K-TEC were like, look, are you sure, you're getting a good presence online with your videos, and also we've got more stuff to come, and, you sure? And without her pressurizing me, Kat from K-TEC, without her pressurizing me, she just put it in my head like, oh, maybe my videos do have an impact on the Abarth community, the Abarth owners, like, and I am starting to see more people with my Driven 24/7 logo on their cars because I've got an Abarth and so have they. And I wanted to be known as the Abarth YouTuber, and now I feel like I am. And I'm like, God, I could lose like a lot of kind of status here. I could obviously lose a bit of following. And then obviously the Proton came along and that got me views. And I'm thinking, well, hang on a minute. Why is this old, really cheap car get me views and my more expensive Abarth isn't? I should just keep the Proton, get rid of the Abarth. Like, I've had it all going on, but now I have made my mind up. I'm going to keep this car and we're going to carry on modifying it. I just, like I say, it has cost me with some plate changes, but I'm going to get the R555 plate back. I didn't think I could get back, and the cars had to be off the road because of my and ahhing with decisions, but that's how it goes. And if I got rid of this Abarth, I'd probably want another one in the future. So let's just stick with what I've got now. It's not a bad car. I don't like certain bits about it, but it is an Abarth at the end of the day. I was desperate to get in it. I have got this one now, and it's going to stay. So that was my explanations done inside the car as to why I wanted to get rid of the Abarth and why I'm now keeping it. And you might be thinking, okay, so that's great, you're keeping it, Amber. Well, what's next? So modifications have been rather slow on this car. As soon as K-TEC Racing reached out to me, we were working together ASAP, and obviously that has slowed down a bit. And I'm back in communication with K-TEC, of course, obviously, because they're kind of got me to kind of keep the car as such. Like, she had a bit of a word. I mean, it worked. So thanks, Kat, for that from K-TEC Racing. and there are going to be more modifications to come because, as I say, modifications have been slow, but we have got the K-TEC Racing intercooler on this car. We have got the K-TEC Racing remap on this car, which, by the way, I am a brand ambassador for K-TEC Racing, and you can use my discount below for money off their amazing Abarth products and Renault products and Hyundai products and many more products. Just check out their website, yeah? So it's all well and good me having Project Proton, the video series of the little Proton Satria, but now I've got a load of stuff to do to the Abarth. I've got parts on order, obviously modifications / parts on order, shall I say. So we're going to have quite a lot of Abarth content to come from my little Abarth, which means we're going to do some more modifications. Now, I have been having some kind of business ideas going on in my brain, and I've kind of scrapped that, and I now kind of feel like I'm thinking clearly about the future of me in this car and what I want to do to this car. And just because of my kind of personal situation, I have to do things step by step. So whilst the Abarth has been off the channel, I have been getting some modifications together, some parts, some video ideas. So as well as you, obviously, you will be seeing more Proton videos. You are going to see the Abarth come back to my YouTube channel, and we're going to be doing some modifications to it, which is good times if you can actually see my face. So the Abarth has been off the channel because I thought I was going to sell it, and I was legitimately going to sell it, and I was going to tell you in a few months' time and just like break the bad news to you kind of quickly and hope you guys don't hate me. But the Abarth is going to stay, and I just haven't had any kind of content to film on the car lately because I was going to sell it. So that's why you haven't seen the Abarth, but I still have it. I was going to sell it. I started to begin the sale process, but I am going to keep it. And as I say, mark my words, I've got modifications on order, I've got modifications in the house, and we have to get this car prepped for a show where it's going to be proudly displayed on the K-TEC Racing stand. This car will be displayed on K-TEC Racing stand at the Simply Italian Car Show, which is happening at Beaulieu Motor Museum just before my birthday in July. Don't feel like the car's show worthy yet because it's only got some stripes, a sun strip, and the modifications the car has got, like the intercooler and remap, they're not visible on the eye. I want to get some more modifications done in the engine bay, so when the car's on show, it can actually be worth looking at as if it's being a standard Abarth, which it is. So more Abarth videos to come. The Abarth was going to go, it is going to stay. I told you why I thought what I was thinking. So there it is, and guys, the Abarth is back on the YouTube channel, on my YouTube channel. I just thought this video is worth making because I just like to talk to you guys about stuff sometimes, and this is just how my mind works. I was legitimately going to get rid of it, but now the Abarth is staying. So what's next then? The Abarth is staying. More modifications are going to happen in time for Simply Italian at Beaulieu, where the car will be on K-TEC Racing's stand. So with modifications comes more videos, and of course you are going to see more Project Proton videos as well, because I now seem to own 2 cars. So if you didn't know, like I said, this is my other car, and yeah, look out for more Abarth content. So let me know in the comments below if you think I'm doing the right thing by keeping this Abarth, or should I have got rid of it? Let me know what you think. And as I say, I'm mainly keeping this Abarth because of K-TEC's kind words. So let's all say thanks to K-TEC Racing, and make sure you check out my discount code, which you can use on their website for, as I say, Abarth modifications, parts, and parts for other cars as well. Thanks for watching this one, and here's to more Abarth videos to come. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in another one.